You know those videos that say, here's how to travel to Alpha Centauri in just 4 easy steps? Yeah, don't fall for them. They're not real. But what if there was a way? What if we could actually take vacations to Alpha Centauri? Well, we can. We just have to fold space a few times. Welcome to the world of wormholes. Now, before we get into how to fold space, we should probably define what a wormhole is, because you might be thinking it's some kind of magical portal that just zaps you from one place to another. And that's a good guess. But wormholes are a lot more complicated than that. First of all, they're not portals. That would be too easy. Wormholes are more like tunnels. Specifically, they're tunnels that connect two different points in space-time, kind of like a bridge over a river, except instead of connecting two places that are close together, these space-time bridges connect places that are really, really far away. This makes them pretty special, because normally if you wanted to get from one place to another, you need to travel in a straight line between them. You can't cut across the middle because the middle doesn't exist. Space is a flat pancake, and the only way to get from one side to the other is to cross it. With a wormhole, though, you can tunnel underneath the pancake and emerge somewhere else on the other side. But here's where things get a little weird. A wormhole can connect two places that are very far apart, but it also connects two places that are exactly the same distance away from the center of the universe. So if you plotted the path between Earth and Alpha Centauri on a graph, the path wouldn't look straight or curved. It would look like a squiggle. Now, this squiggle represents the wormhole, and traveling through it would be like taking a shortcut through a tunnel. We call these Einstein-Rosen bridges, or bridges for short, and they're theoretical. We have never seen one, although we may have indirectly detected some evidence of them. But scientists think they should exist. It's just a matter of finding one. Of course, even if we did find one, it might not be a good idea to go through. First of all, physicists think that bridges are inherently unstable and will collapse before anything can get through them. But even if we could get through, we wouldn't necessarily come out on the other side at the exact place we wanted to go. The mouth of the wormhole could be huge, so we might end up in some random part of outer space. And that's not even the worst of it. According to physicists, the inside of a wormhole would be extremely dangerous. The walls would be made of exotic matter that releases a lot of radiation, which would kill anything that got too close. Plus, the gravity would be thousands, if not millions times greater than the Earth's gravity. It would crush anything that ventured inside. But let us just assume that you are an incredibly brave wormhole traveler, and none of these things stopped you. Congratulations! You've now solved the first part of the equation. You've successfully entered a wormhole. The next step is to figure out where you want to go. Because remember, wormholes connect two places that are the same distance from the center of the universe. So when you enter a wormhole, you have to choose which mouth of the wormhole you're going to come out of. And unfortunately, you can't choose just any mouth. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, a wormhole must be connected to another wormhole of equal size and opposite charge. So when you enter a wormhole, you'll either emerge from another wormhole or a black hole. Not exactly the vacation destination you were expecting. Finally, even if you somehow manage to get through all that, there's still one more thing you have to worry about, and that's time. If you traveled through a wormhole, time would pass differently for you than it does on Earth. Because a wormhole is essentially a shortcut through space, it would also be a shortcut through time. In other words, when you came out of the wormhole, you would have arrived in the future. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but depending on how fast you were traveling, you might have missed your connecting flight home. All of this is to say that even if wormholes do exist, traveling through them is incredibly risky and probably wouldn't get you where you want to go. So the next time you see a headline promising to teach you how to take a vacation to Alpha Centauri in 4 easy steps, remember, they're not real, unless you want to get zapped, crushed, or time-traveled. I wouldn't recommend trying to make one myself. But hey, if you want to visit Alpha Centauri, there is always the mail. Hey there, want to keep learning about space? There's a channel for that. It's literally hundreds of videos about space, moons, planets, stars, black holes, you name it.